It is a perfect Sunday afternoon, and in the Steel City, those are reserved for one thing, football, as our coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And going right back to Walker. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's 3rd and 7. Darnold now to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away. Deep to return is Calvin Austin.
Fair catch. Signaled for and taken.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Now Rodgers. He finds Austin complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
First carry for Kenneth Gainwell. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Here's Warren. To about the 40-yard line.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw is Rodgers. catches it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week, but they failed on that third down play. That brings up fourth down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
On fourth down, Corliss Waitman on to punt. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. T.J. Watt, always the disruptor, there to blow that play up.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Here's Darnold. He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And they will take over first and 10. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll run with a rookie drafted in the 3rd round. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about it. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Ernest Jones, the linebacker, with a sack.
The last run went so well for them, maybe they should have just handed it off right here, too. Instead, the quarterback ends up keeping it, and the defense is right on it and wipes away the yardage gained on the last snap.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. That's to his running back, Gainwell. They'll give him 4 yards there. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 13.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Rodgers now to throw. Setting up the screen with Gainwell. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
That's complete to his tight end flyer move. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here's a 2nd and 5. Rodgers again now. That's caught. It's Austin left side. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Brings up 3rd down.
On the sneak, Rodgers. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8.
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another 1st down.
From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. They'll run here with Gainwell. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Tackling's obviously critical down near the goal line. That was great work there to make the hit behind the line and make sure he doesn't get any further. Did a really nice job wrapping up and not letting him loose.
Throwing now is Rodgers. He's got it. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Calvin Austin, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are on the board first here this afternoon. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they have no answer for that right there.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Looking to put a drive together. Hands it to Walker to begin the series. And a scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Throw out wide to Walker. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
Now it's Darnold. We'll get that to Charbonnet. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. To throw is Darnold. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Horton. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
He completes this to Walker. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. He wants it all for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. A great effort there. 32 yards. And the Seahawks are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Steelers' offense now, they head back onto the field. Looking to put a drive together. Starting things out with a give to Gainwell. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
To throw, it's Rodgers. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. 7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Now we get to see the punter, Corliss Waitman. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And the momentum just continuing to build and build for them. They had the touchdown, their last drive to tie the game. Now their defense does its job. And Charles, all of a sudden, they've got a chance to capture the lead here.
And we're seeing a really nice exhibition of what coaches love to call complementary football. Offense gets a tie, defense does its job, gets the ball right back, and their teammates now have momentum. What a nice job they're doing, all doing it together. That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
incomplete.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. That's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And this one too low.
When we talk with people about what we think the most important quality for an NFL quarterback to possess, what do people usually say?
Arm strength. He showed the arm strength there.
Yeah, pretty good bullet pass he threw, but he wasn't accurate, was he?
No.
Listen, you like mobility, but accuracy, first and foremost, is what a quarterback needs. He didn't possess it on that play.
Rodgers going to throw. That's caught right side. It's Warren. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Corliss Waitman now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Looking to put a drive together. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Back to throw, Darnold. Over the middle, complete. It's Horton. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion good for 7 there. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him. I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, We see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And some space here. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
Darnold from the gun. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Here's Darnold. They'll set up a screen to Charbonnet. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. Myers' kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Will find his man Skoranek over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Running left, it's Warren. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
He's brought down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10. They had things a little spread out there with 4 wide receivers, and it opened up a running hole.
Yeah, not only do you get better running lanes because you are spread out, oftentimes when defenses see 4 wide receivers, they substitute in extra defensive backs, so you're blocking smaller personnel. That gives your running back a nice chance downfield against that type of a defense.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss.
Here's a screen with Gainwell. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
Now Rodgers. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Oh, man. Just when the D thought they had the answer for him, he went and changed the question. Surprises him by taking off himself. He's able to set up his offense pretty with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. You have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Boswell's kick is good, and that will knot us up at 10. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to bring up second down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
12 yards on the play, but it's 3rd down.
Darnold. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense. I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. DK Metcalf, 64 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something, and you execute really well, doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Chris Boswell.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. A nice little juke. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now Darnold. He finds Smith and Jigba. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
3rd down.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Darnold now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here's Rodgers. Wilson's got it complete. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
At the 45-yard line.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1.
Steelers. 1st and 10 at the 47.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. 1 touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Oh, some strong running.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this 2nd half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the 2nd half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Now Rodgers. And he finds Austin complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. DK Metcalf. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the 2nd half.
They make their 2nd half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done. and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone, but unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
Cole Holcomb proving too much there for the offensive line. He gets the sack.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front seven. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Here's Darnold. This one goes underneath to Walker.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's third down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
They'll set up to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively, and the key to any screen play is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle him for just a short gain.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And he gives himself up, but not before he gets the conversion. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle, because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A play fake, and it's Darnold. That's down the field. He's got Arroyo. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now it's Darnold. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Elijah Arroyo from 3 yards out. And the Seahawks have got it back to within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive, because they had to be saying, we have put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Jason Myers.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Steelers ready to take over on offense. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
Looking to put a drive together. Throwing is Rodgers.
Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jaron Reed busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block him. They were on him in a hurry.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
The Waitman now to punt as he sends this one away.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit, what's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again. Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Play action. It's Darnold. He finds his man, complete. It's Horton. That one covers 29 yards, first down. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd and 9. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
To throw is Darnold. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Horton. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 37. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Faking the give, Darnold. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
Alex Highsmith.
Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback He's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Darnold. And Walker has it. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the 1st down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Pass caught, Arroyo right side. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Back to throw, Darnold. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9.
Here's Darnold. Being chased out left. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Darnold, he can beat you in a number of ways, and there the scramble for the 1st.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Walker is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I have to think that the wheels are really spinning in their play caller's mind now. That little setback there on 1st down. They'll have 3 more shots if that's what it takes, because they've got to take field goals out of their thought process. They need a touchdown and a conversion to tie this game. What play calls does he have on that sheet?
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
T.J. Watt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game, he said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Now Darnold on 3rd and goal.
They'll set up a screen to Charbonnet.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So on now comes the kicker. It's Jason Myers. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away.
gets a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second down at the 35-yard line.
On the draw, Gainwell.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
Boye Mafe drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up fourth down.
An assortment of sacks in this game. This one the product of a good jump and terrific effort. Moves quickly off the snap of the ball. Doesn't let up until he's in the backfield and impacting the quarterback.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Here's Horton.
A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. And out now come the Seahawks.
Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here.
He finds his man, complete. That's Horton. 23 yards on the play.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
From the gun, it's Walker.
And he'll get this down over to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 46-yard line.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Now, good work there in open space. He's got this all the way down now to the 32. 47 yards rushing for him in the ballgame now on 14 carries.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Horton.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Darnold.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
Out of the gun, a give to Charbonnet.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Off of play action, Darnold.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Boy, that was lockdown coverage there. He's scanning for someone to come open. But that was great work to blanket everyone. And in the end, he's just got to throw it away.
For the lead, here's third and goal. Now Darnold. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. A nightmare on third and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away.
Oh, good move. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
Balled at the 26, 2nd and 7. Warren will try the right side.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Shotgun now for Rodgers.
And this pass broken up. Now the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
It's now
Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Looking to put a drive together.
They'll run.
And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
by the Steelers.
Now run straight ahead with Warren.
Ooh, the juke. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
He was brought down at the
Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Steelers get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40.
54 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And this is where coaches sometimes fall into different camps. Your guy just fumbled. It led to a touchdown. Do you stay with him or do you put him in the doghouse? This is definitely a show of confidence here as he's right back out there and carrying the ball again.
Darnold now to throw.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Darnold.
Over the middle, he finds Arroyo. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a fourth down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. We'll pause for an injury. That's the quarterback, Sam Darnold, in need of some assistance following that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. First throw now for the backup lock. Under pressure, they got him again.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
Now Locke, gotta have this one. And it's taken in by Arroyo.
But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And that will force a turnover on downs. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And they'll begin on the ground with Gainwell.
And that lines up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning.
A 9-yard pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Give. It's Warren.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
For a Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
A handoff for Warren.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Rodgers.
And that went to the right side and incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football in the places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Rodgers to throw. It's caught at the 10. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
And they will take a knee here.
So it's a win here for the Steelers. And we've said it so many times in the past, but it was Aaron Rodgers, CD, who really led the way.
Yeah, there's no question who the star of this game was. What a performance throwing the football. Over 300 yards, 4 touchdown passes. That's quarterbacking at an elite level.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The Steelers earn the win at home as we say so long from Pittsburgh.